Alright, good morning. I'm gonna do a quick little tutorial on just how to get you started on the project. So I'm taking my existing Dragonite right here, and so let's say I want to form the other part of this antenna, right? So I have one, but I want to do the other side as well. So one of the things you can do, remember that there's 4 different functions, and let me just type them out real quick, and you'll see them appear on the box 59. So I know that I have square roots, so y equals a square roots of x minus h, and then plus k. Alright, so you see how I created the options for the sliders? If I accept the sliders will help me, but then the problem is that once I use the sliders for one function, then they don't show up again for other functions because you've already used a, h, and k. So they only get assigned to this one function. So here's what you can do. So let's say, okay, I want to form part of this antenna. I'm going to use a little bit of a square root to help me do that. I'm going to slide this over, and then I'm going to slide this up. And let me see if I can open this up. And okay, so square root doesn't look like it's going to help me much in terms of this line. So maybe not unless I move it up or so. Yeah, no, okay, so it's not really going to help me. So let me try something different. Let me try a radical function. Not a radical, a rational function. So let's try with y equals a divided by x minus h plus k. Okay, and then we'll select the sliders once again. Alright, so then let's try using some of these. So I'm going to try sliding this up. And then a little bit more over. Okay, so do you see how I have a piece right here? Let me zoom in on it. I have a piece right here that kind of lined up like perfectly. Okay, so let's say I only want to use this piece. Alright, so if you want to be able to use the sliders again, here's what you can do. Go back to the original function, right? So number 59, and then type in what you have for a. So you see how my a is negative 0.9? Well, then I can just replace this with negative 0.9. Okay, my h is negative 3.9, so when you plug that in, obviously it's going to turn it from negative to a positive. So then this would be positive 3.9. And then my k value, since it's 4.7, then I just replace the k with 4.7. Okay, so then what that does now is then you can then close the sliders, and then you can use them again on another function. That way you don't have to keep just guessing and testing. Okay, alright, so now I have the function, but I only want this small piece right here. So what I can do now is now I need to use these curvy brackets. Like if you notice in 58, I have this curvy bracket right here. I want to use that to restrict my domain. So the curvy brackets are close to the letter P on your keyboard. So you're going to want to hit Shift and select it, or you can go down here to the keypad, and then I believe if you go to ABC, you'll see them down here. Okay, so on the last row, sort of in the middle. So you type that in. Okay, so now I want to restrict just my domain. So let's say I want to use it in this case because I don't have any numbers on my graph right now. I want to use the settings, show the grid, and show the x-axis. Okay, so you see like the numbers kind of pop up down here. So now I have an idea that I only want my function to be between like negative 3.5 to like 3.8 or so. Okay, so if I go down here, okay, I want x to be less than, let's say, 3.8. And then did that work? Oh, I'm sorry, it's because I'm on the negative numbers. So I want x to be less than negative 3.8. Okay, where did my function go? Oh, I went the other way, sorry. Maybe I'll try 2.8 instead. Okay, so I know I'm somewhere here in between -2 and -3. So I just gotta keep playing around with this value. Okay, so from -2, that seems like it's too much. Let's try 2.2. That's too much. 2.4, 2.5. Okay, so right around 2.5, it seems like that's where a good spot is at. Okay, now I also don't want the rest. So then I also need to include an inequality on the other side of the x. Okay, so that then it ends, let's say, somewhere around -2.7. Okay, and there you see that's just my little piece right there. Okay, so I have my domain restricted. If I zoom out, I don't have anything else interfering, so then that's pretty good. I have my little piece. Okay. Let me try now. That was just a rational function. Let's try something else. Let's try quadratic. Okay, so let's try quadratic here. Quadratic is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. All right. So I have all the sliders again. I have the options, so I can hit all, and then I can kind of start over playing around with the sliders I need to map out the other part of the antenna. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the antenna. I think I'm gonna go down here where he has these lines on his kind of like on his chest. Okay, so then let me slide that over, line it up as best I can. Then we can bring K down. Okay, that looks like it's pretty good right here. Remember, you can always go like intermediate steps. If the sliders don't let you, you can always type in like a 5, because if I just keep sliding, it'll just take me to like 0.5, 0.2, 0.3, that kind of thing. So it seems like 4.5 or 0.45 is the best one. Then I can expand it, and just by moving my A around, okay, looks like I lined up pretty good with those lines on his chest. Okay, so now again, I want to go back and change my A value to 0.3 and delete A. I want to change my H from, since it's -1.1 that I'm plugging in, then it turns a positive 1.1. And then my K will be -0.45. Okay, and there's my function. So now I can go back, erase the sliders, and now we use domain to restrict. Okay, so curvy brackets, type in X. I want it to exist between, let's say, uh, -0.5, okay, and then to greater than, let's say, -1.8 or so. I always make the same mistake. I always type it where I shouldn't. Okay, so -1.8. Okay, and so that helps. All right, and there we have another piece of the graph. Let's see, what else was the last type of function? Absolute value. Okay, so absolute value. Let's see if I can find something that's kind of a V shape here, or even if it's not really a V shape. You see how this long line right here kind of looks more like a straight line. It doesn't really look like a curve. I can try to make an absolute value function that lines this up right here. So let's try that. So y equals a absolute value. Again, if you want absolute value, you could just type in ABS. Oh, I guess not. Actually, you're gonna have to go here to the keypad. Go to ABC. Okay, it's not there. Where is it? Functions. Um, Statistics, miscellaneous. Okay, I guess it doesn't have that option, but then you're gonna have to use your keyboard. So hit Shift. There is a line that's vertical that's like right under the backspace. So you hit Shift, type that in, and then the absolute value pops up. So x minus h, and then plus k. All right. Okay, so add the sliders once again, um, and now we play around until it lines up. So A, let's move this over. Okay, let's try maybe 0.5. 0.55. No, I want to line it up a little bit better. So maybe 0.49. Okay. And then my K is probably fine where it's at. Okay, so now what I'm going to do different this time is I'm going to try to restrict, well, I guess I'll keep restricting domain then. I think my K is good where it is. It's not perfect. You can see there's a little bit of a gap, but it's close enough up to about here. Okay, and then I notice that then it takes a different shape. So now, again, we change our A values one more time, negative 1.5. Change our H, that's a 0.49. And then my K is positive 1. Okay, so again, that's the way that you can use the sliders and then continue to use them, but you'll have to go back and type in the numbers. Okay, and then finally, one more time, we'll just use a curvy brackets here. Want to restrict domain. So let's start here. I want my graph to be between, let's see, I want it to be like less than 2. I think at 2, right around 2 is when it starts to break off. So x less than 2, right, it shows me, it cuts it off there. And then I want it to end right around where this black line ends as well, which I think if I hover over, it kind of tells me it's a 1.17. So then on the other side here, I can include 1.17 or 1.157, something like that. Okay. Right. So if I zoom out, you can't really tell, right? But you can see kind of like the additions that have been made, which was this purple one, this green line, and then that little part of the antenna. Okay. So I hope that helps. Again, if you're getting close to finishing, then you're going to want to go up here to share, and this is how you'll share it with me. You go to share, it'll load this link right here, so you just copy it and then paste it, send it in a Schoology message. Once you're done, then you can go to print, and you should see a preview. Okay, now this looks okay. I would prefer if it was the full size. So over here in my printing options, if you change it to, let's say, landscape, that's a little better because then it takes up the whole first page, which makes your picture look a lot bigger. I'd prefer you have a big picture rather than a small one, just because it'll look better on the walls. Okay, and then notice how then the rest of the pages, it'll also print out the equations. Okay. Alright, so I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, make some comments on the video below or send me some messages to clarify. But that's the idea. Again, you just have to play around with the sliders and try your best to make it fit. Okay. Again, some of you guys have been using circles and ellipses, and that's perfect. That's great. That's going above and beyond what you were asked to do, and it's a smart thing to do when instead of using some of the other functions. Just make sure that you still use 2 of each of the functions that we talked about in class. Okay. All right. So again, remember to save your work. It doesn't automatically save, so hit the Save Changes button up here before you close out. And if you want any feedback, again, you can send it to me and I can let you know where you might need to maybe fix things up. But other than that, keep working on your projects. I hope you're making progress. And I'll see you guys after the break. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay.